All right, your buddy Llama back again with another 2 cents on one of the Rogue Company. The game is still fairly fresh, about the first week right now going on. By the way, I noticed that Glitch likes to highlight himself along with others, even though I'm not picking him. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. No big deal. It's part of the process. Growing pains, growing pains. So I want to talk about Lancer. I've been going down the line. Started with Anvil, Chak, Dallas, Dima, Glitch. You can all find those uploaded to YouTube. Bad Luck Llama, Camel Humps, in case you understand what that means. It's like uppercase B, L, and then the two double L's. Anyways, you'll find it all one word. And I'm posting all of the links to the YouTubes, the little brief 2 cents opinions on the rogues on my Twitch and my Twitter. So they're gonna be on there for a little bit, but I'll also save it on YouTube, like I said, and I'll have them links shared onto Twitter, Bad Luck Llama, all one word, all lowercase. It's kind of cool. So Lancer, get into it before I run into a tangent again. A world champion, free runner, and social media superstar. Lancer shook the world by joining Rogue Company. Kind of interesting. Again, I like what Hi-Rez is doing. I like Apex Legends. I like a couple of other games and stuff. So I like just the feel that they do and each character having their own thing. So with the Rogues, it's pretty cool. I did get a chance to play Lancer. In fact, I think when I started rolling the stream earlier, it didn't catch, so I'll do it again. I've only had a chance. I obviously have some favorites so far. I've only had a chance to do 37 minutes up to right now, but still pretty good if you want to be able to run around the map from what I see. I don't see her being used too often. Again, on some of these, I don't know if everyone has access to it or some people are getting kind of in the zone with Dallas or Anvil or some of the more common guys that I see people using. No big deal. What I think is kind of cool about her, when I do face off, she's elusive, like her passive. Activating dodge roll reloads your current equipped weapon. That has downed me pretty quickly more often than not, so it's pretty good passive to have. Her ability, her quick and quiet, very ninja, very stealth, I think is great for run around maps that have a lot of little corners and crevices you can kind of run to, or you can get to a point a lot quicker later in the game, mid match. Um, Quick and quiet, gain increased movement speed, quieter movement, and immunity to reveals for a duration or until firing your weapon, which is kind of cool because if you're trying to run around circles around people and you haven't fired, you have an advantage, right? But let's get into their loadout. I have no, I can't say this enough. I'm not one who's very good with shotguns, but as far as most shotguns, this one's a pretty wild looking one, and I kind of failed on going up on the tiers on each one. For the last couple one, I wasn't too specific on those, but as you go up in tiers, the damage rate, I think at least a tier one on this if you're going shotgun. But if you're going shotgun and that's what your style is, dude, just max out tier. You're gonna have Spitfire with you anyways. I'd max that out too. I would honestly, personally, wouldn't even bother with a lot of this stuff because your perks and your mobility around the map is probably gonna really do some damage. Smoke grenade, it kind of just depends on what you're doing. I like to use smoke grenades and stuff like that for cover if I can, throw it down and then heal, revive a teammate as long as I have cover or support fire for somebody else. Semtex grenade works like any other Semtex grenade in any game. That's kind of straightforward. The only real thing you would increase, tier it up, I think, is just to do more damage, be faster with it. Smoke grenade, you get another one. That's kind of cool. I like throwing shit. That's just what I do. It's got a throwing axe. I don't use melee too often at all. It's just not. It's not a response I have on a lot of games, so I don't really do it. But the swords, throw axes are pretty cool. Throwing speed. So if you're good with your response in melee, or if you want to run around with Spitfire and a throwing axe, dude, go for it and clip that shit and send it to me. I would like to see. I'd like to see someone run that. But I think when I did play her, I did use the 24S, which is a solid SMG. One of my favorites, and I actually consider Spitfire as a almost like an SMG because it's just, I mean, look at this. You max tier it out, handling, increase speed or magazine size. Range is, obviously it is what it is, but it's not that bad. I mean, obviously the 24S has a little more range to it. Magazine size is pretty solid. Reload time is pretty cool. Um, Pretty solid. Again, I personally avoid shotguns, but that's just me, so don't take that to heart. It looks like a pretty awesome shotgun. I'd say I think Anvil's shotgun still has a little bit more range. In fact, I should be going back just to confirm so people can see it. Oh, that's right. You know what? I was saying that he had a 8.5 or something, but I think maxed out is 8.5. So I was incorrect on a lot of those things. Sadly, whatever. I still actually like his shotgun, but when I have used Anvil, I use him for more area denial and stuff. Back to Lancer, which my Gears of War brain has a hard time kind of dealing with her having Lancer's name. It's still kind of cool. She is very much. I get the impression she's tip of the spear kind of thing. You can strike hard and fast and really disorient the enemy team and use her to kind of pick off stragglers or get them to kind of just harass people, right? Padded step again. I've seen this perk a couple times and it's super awesome. I definitely pick that up. Depending on what game mode, you can get away with Spitfire, tier one, and then padded step, and you can kind of do some damage. This one, the deal more damage to equipment and carry more ammo. I like the carry more ammo aspect of it, but usually if I'm not dealing with anybody who's going to have equipment out there I can damage, I don't really bother with it most often than not. But I mean, you might want it for more ammo. This one, it depends. Stalker I haven't used too often. I don't pay attention to it too much, so I don't really use it. But Helping Hand is usually pretty solid. I think that's always a good go-to. Tracker rounds damaging an enemy with a firearm will reveal them to your team. That's cool, and I think if this one, I don't know. This will probably keep you alive a little bit more on the battlefield, depending on how you're playing. If you're just kind of picking them off, downing them, let your team kind of take the kill, then I can see, and that's the same with the other rogues too. I didn't say that before, but I can see that being useful. Outside of that, I kind of default to padded steps and helping hand, depending. This one's kind of an iffy. Depends on your situation, how your team's doing, right? Smoking Semtex, that's obviously a preference. Get them both if you really have to, if you really want to, whatever else, but at least have one. You can kind of monopolize on the game with any one of these. These are all solid. I didn't use the striker too often, but when I did, it was pretty good. I felt okay. Being someone who doesn't play shotgun too often, it wasn't that bad. Um, but I think people will choose her because she is quick on the map. She can disorient a team really quickly. You can harass. Think of like paladins. Think of Victor and stuff like that, or um, Koga, or one of those guys. Someone who's quick, who can really kind of harass the team and kind of break them up. Because if you can make the other team not team shoot your tank or whatnot, then you're doing pretty good. I see her doing really well against a lot of people, maybe harassing Dallas or stuff. Probably a pretty good counter to Dallas, but he's quick. He can spot most people. Rush Phantom or Ronin and whatnot. V, you got to be careful with her. She's got poison and stuff like that. One of my favorites, by the way, so far. But that's Lancer. I think she might be pretty interesting to play. If you just want somebody that's quick, mobile, and you run around the map, that's probably the one to go with. All right, I'm gonna see if I can knock out a couple other ones. If not, I'll finish up the rest of the rogues a little later. And yeah, if you like it, give it a like, thumbs up, follow, all that good stuff. It'll be wherever you can find it: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. You'll see it. All right, I'm out.